In this video, you will learn how to enter comments for individual or multiple students. Note that comments are only required at the semesters. Comments are optional on quarterly progress reports. There are three ways to enter comments. You can enter comments for an individual student on the student screen in classic mode. You can also enter comments for multiple students using the report card matrix. You can assign comments en masse with drag and drop functionality if you use the Mass Assign Comment screen. Let's look at how to enter comments for an individual student on the student screen. First, click on Students in the report card menu. Be sure that the report card entry mode is set to Classic. You cannot enter comments in Wizard mode. Select a class, select a grading period if applicable, and then choose a student. Comments on the semester card appear in three places. First, the ELA comments are under Speaking and Listening in the ELA section. The mathematics comments live with mathematics progressions at the bottom of that section. And you can find general comments at the bottom of this screen. Either scroll all the way to the bottom or click on Go to Overall Comments. To edit comments, just click on the pencil for the comments box you'd like to edit. A new window appears on top. The section at the top is where I can see the comments that I've entered, and I can edit them. One way to enter comments is just to type into this box. Note that there is a character limit, and I get a character countdown at the bottom of that box. Another way I can enter comments is to use what's called the comment bank. Note that you have access to a district comment bank, and you can also create your own bank of comments to use over and over again. Let's add a comment from the district comment bank to Mike's comments. Click on the comment bank button here. You have several options here for how to filter and view the available comments in the district bank or in your own bank. At this time, we have comments only in English, so that's the only filter option here. You have several subjects to choose from, including no subject, which is where your comments that you add to your bank will show up. And we have the grade level comments provided from the district. You can filter by swap type, either student name or pronoun. We'll talk about swap types in just a minute. Or you can filter by author, if you just want to see district comments, or you just want to see your own comments, or you want to see all of them. In this example, I'll choose the first grade district comment bank. Once I choose that, I see the comments that are provided to me by the district in the district comment bank. To add one of these comments to this student's comments, I just click on the plus sign. Once I do that, it automatically appends that comment to whatever I've already got in that box. And I can edit too. I can change negatively to positively, for example. I can also add comments to my own bank using the box on the right. For example, if I want a comment that says a student could benefit from reading more at home, I can type the comment here and add it to the bank. Additionally, I can use what's called a swap tag to make the comment smart so that it knows to put the student's name in when I use that comment. Let's learn a little more about swap tags. There are three tags I could use to make a comment smart when I use it. The first is to use the name swap tag. Adding this will tell Synergy to replace the tag with the student's preferred name when I select that comment. The second is to use a pronoun swap tag. This replaces the tag with he or she or his or her depending on the context of the comment. The third type of tag is called a user swap tag. In this case, user swap will be replaced by he, she, or the student's preferred name depending on what you tell Synergy to do. To add a comment to this student's comments and the bank, I'll type the comment and a swap tag if I want to use one into the box on the right. For example, I'll use my reading comment from before. Once I'm done typing, I'll click Add to Comment Bank. It will automatically show up at the top, and note that because I use the swap tag name, instead of name up in the comments box, I now have Mike, which is this student's preferred name. Again, I can edit comments at the top just by clicking and typing as I would normally. If I wanted to change Mike to he, for example, because of all the other comments before it that have Mike in it, then I can just change Mike to he. Note that comments that you add to your own comment bank will always show up in the subject called No Subject. So these are all the comments that I've added before. When I'm done typing or selecting comments from the comment bank, I can check my spelling and then save my comments. I can check spelling here, and I can save comments down at the bottom. It's important to note that the character limit for the semester cards and their comment areas are different than the character limits for the quarter cards. And it is possible to be within the character limit, but actually not be within the allowable space on the printed card for comments. You can avoid comment overflow by avoiding line breaks and unnecessary characters. And the best bet is always to preview your card. Let's look at how to do that. So I'll save my comments, and then I'll click Close. Back on the individual student screen, I'm going to click on Save and Continue, and then I'll click on the button that says View Report Card. That button isn't active until you save the card. So if I scroll down to the general comments, I can see that I'm within the comment area limit for this card. If I were seeing that my comments were not complete here, or the whole box was filled up and I was missing some comments, I would want to go back and edit my general comments. English Language Arts and Mathematics comments appear on page 2. There are two ways to enter comments from multiple students at once. One is to use the report card matrix. Select the report card matrix from the report card menu. Then select the class, the grading period, and the template. Most teachers will just have one template, but if you're a split class teacher, you'll have two. So pick the appropriate template that corresponds to the grade level that you're trying to assess. And then you'll see the report card rows menu appear, where you'll just choose the appropriate section that you want to enter comments for. Remember that English Language Arts comments are in that section and mathematics comments are in that section. General comments are a section by themselves. And in this case, I simply type in the box and enter my comments. You don't have access to the comment bank in this window, but you do have the ability to copy and paste in case you have a comment that you would like to use for all students, or if you have a particular structure that you'd like to use for all of your comments. Another way to enter comments for multiple students is to use the Mass Assign Comments feature. The Mass Assign Comments screen is used only for general comments, not for math or ELA comments. And you cannot type comments in this screen. You can only use comment bank comments. First, choose the filters you'd like to use to see the comments you want to pick from. Again, in this case, I'll choose first grade district comments. But I could also choose no subject to see all of the comments that I've created. Next, click on one or more students in the list of pictures below. No pictures here because I'm using a test example, but you should see pictures of your students. If I want to select this student and another student, I'll just click on each of those students in turn. Then I'll click on the comment I want to assign and drag it on top of one of the selected students and watch what happens. You'll note that for this student, the comment appended to the comments that I had already entered, and for this student, it added to that student's general comments. You can delete comments by hovering over them in the comment bubble and clicking on them when they turn red. Note here that there are several comments that I've entered by hand, as well as comment bank comments. As long as it turns red, I can delete it from that student's general comments. If I want to delete all comments for a student, I'll just hover over their comments bubble and click the red X at the top. A few words of caution here. This screen will warn you when you've exceeded the character limit, but it won't count down how many characters you have left, nor will it tell you if you've exceeded the vertical limit in the comments box that prints on the actual card. Always view a PDF of your cards before you print them to ensure that comments are printing as expected. Note that you have an undo button at the top of this screen. That undo will undo all of the changes you've made back until the last time you saved. So be very careful to save often in this screen or to avoid using the undo button. If you have a question that can't be answered by watching another video in this series, please consult the Synergy support site at www.nsd.org/synergy or contacting the SIS support team.